What up, y'all? It's your guy Dawson from D&D TV. Thank you for rating, commenting, and subscribing. Everybody who's donated, those of you all who will, thank you. Also, go over to my other YouTube show, Dawson Speak TV. Make sure you subscribe over there. Now, let's get into this topic. Alright, y'all, I know it's been a minute, but I had to take out some time for myself. I had to do some stuff and, just relax for a bit. But I'm back, and I have to pick up where I left off, and that's with the story with Reverend Keith Lamont Robinson out in Memphis, Tennessee. And the 68-year-old woman, the victim, Linda Nealon, has finally spoke out. And we're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. But also, I got to thank all of the subscribers, all of you all who have subscribed to this channel, those who view on both channels, especially Dawson Speak TV. We have gotten so many subscribers in 30 days, and I think that's the most. So I appreciate you all. Thanks for the support. Keep it up because we have a lot of work to do. All right, y'all. Now, before I move forward, we got to talk about the last video I did, which was on Reverend Keith Lamont Robinson. You all remember him. He's the Memphis pastor who had the physical altercation with the 68-year-old woman, and her name, I've come to find out, is Linda Nealon. Now, a lot of you wanted an update on this to know how the victim, Linda Nealon, was doing and what is going on with this case. Now, I did find out some information about this case, and the victim, the 68-year-old woman, Linda Nealon, is not pleased with the outcome. Now, I'm going to let you all watch this video, and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary, and you all know me. I'm your boy Dawson, and I won't hold back.
New tonight, the pastor, the pushing, and the plea deal that has a 68-year-old woman outraged.
The man you see in the video pushing and kicking the woman is a local pastor, and a judge last week decided to send him a diversion program for what you are seeing in this video.
And now the family of that 68-year-old woman says that she never got the chance to tell her side of the story. That is until tonight when she spoke to the judge and to Fox 13's Greg Coy.
Usually a victim gets to tell the judge how the crime has impacted them. The DA's office thought that Linda Nealon knew about the court hearing, but she never did. And now she tells me she's left with the pain from the crime and the court system. This surveillance video captures the moment Pastor Keith Robinson attacked Linda Nealon at an event honoring her father. Watch as Robinson not only shoves the 68-year-old woman to the wall, but also kicks her while she's on the ground. Police arrested him in February and charged him with assault.
The kneecap was broken. I have 3 screws in my knee, and they'll be in there for the rest of my life.
I see a angry and mentally ill young man attacking a senior citizen lady.
According to the arrest affidavit, Nealon believes that Robinson was angry because she filed a lawsuit and a complaint against his funeral home for not putting a headstone on her brother's grave.
You're a pastor now. You're supposed to be able to take the pressure. Whatever was said about you.
There's some serious pain there.
Nealon's pain only got worse last week. The judge decided to give Robinson diversion because he has no criminal record. And if the pastor stays out of trouble for more than 11 months, the charges will be dropped and his record clean. Nealon was never at that court hearing because no one told her to show up. Today, Nealon voiced her anger to the prosecutor and the judge in a private meeting. What would you have said if you were there?
Would have told him everything that I needed to tell him.
Now, all sides agree that is Robinson, the man you see in this video. I asked the district attorney's office why either the prosecutor or the victim services offices contacted Nealon. A spokesman for the DA's office said they were led to believe Nealon's father would speak on her behalf. We believe the victim was aware of that, and we apologize for any misunderstanding.
They apologize over and over. That's not the way their office operates. She should have been contacted, and she wasn't.
I went to Robinson's home in southeast Memphis to ask him why he thinks he deserves diversion and if he wanted to apologize to Nealon. No one answered. Keith Robinson, Greg Coy, Fox 13 News calling you. I called and left a message on the family's funeral home, but have not heard back. Today, Nealon got her chance to voice her anger to the prosecutor and a judge in a private meeting, but diversion for Robinson won't change. Linda Nealon has hired an attorney and is threatening to sue Pastor Robinson. I reached out to her attorney, and she told me that she will not talk about possible litigation. In Memphis, I'm Greg Coy, Fox 13 News.
All right, y'all, let's go in. First, let me give a shout out to Greg Coy. Let me tell y'all think vloggers are attack dogs and pit bulls. Look at these news people will go up to your house and ring the doorbell and have the cameras ready with the mic in hand, ready to get a story, man. I'm telling you, these news people are vicious and they break the stories. I did not break the story. I'm not exposing anyone. All we're doing here is reporting the news again with some awesome commentary that keeps you all coming back. Now, first of all, let me say this. I think it is so sad that the DA and the judge, they went and they gave information to Linda Nealon's father and did not give it to her. Linda Nealon was attacked, not her father. And as you all heard in the news clip, I think what happened is because the event happened at, I believe it was Linda Nealon's father's church. I think her father is a pastor. They were having an event for him. And Linda Nealon in some way is related to Reverend Keith Lamont Robinson. Not only was this a family issue, it was like a church issue as well that got out of hand. And the reason it got out of hand is because Pastor Reverend Keith Lamont Robinson decided to lay hands on this 68-year-old woman, Linda Nealon. Now, with the diversion program that seems to let a lot of people off in Memphis, Tennessee. And I did another story about Clevie Williams, Mother Clevie Williams. You all remember her and the pastor and his wife that took her information, her identity basically, and, purchased all these things around Memphis. And they got a diversion as well. They were able to get diversion as well because this was so-called their first, run-in with the law. And if they have no other run-ins with the law, I think within a year as well, it's wiped off of their record. Now, I don't think that's what needs to happen in Clevie Williams' case, nor does it need to happen with Reverend Keith Lamont Robinson. And let me tell you why. And a lot of people are angry about this particular incident because how violent it was to have this young pastor attack this, no matter what it was. I know they said in the news clip that, possibly Reverend Keith Lamont Robinson was angry because, Linda Nealon filed a complaint, and she also had a lawsuit against his funeral home for not putting a headstone on her brother's grave. And if she paid for it, if it's a legit funeral home, here we go talking about funeral homes again. If it's legit, why can y'all get everything the family paid for? I mean, if they've given you the money, give them the services that they paid for. And so I guess that may have made him upset that, people are in Memphis were talking about that. And now everybody's talking about it because the way you reacted to her, sir, is just completely horrible. Now, I watched some of the videos that Reverend Keith Lamont Robinson put out on his YouTube channel. And in one of the videos, he did apologize for, what happened in February to to the people who saw it, to the members of his church, to family members. But the only thing that I did not like about that video, I don't know what is going on between you and Linda Nealon. You did not apologize to her. And out of all of the people that you apologize to, and then you use the scripture you talked about, let he who's without sin throw the first stone. And I was like, okay, I get where you're going with this, but at least apologize to Linda Nealon, and you never did. And I did say on the last video I did that you were going to have to come out and apologize, and you watched that video because everything I said you did. You even stopped being so hype in your preaching like it was fake. Now it comes across a little more authentic. But I think you and Linda Nealon are going to have to do something on social media. You all are going to have a talk because this is going to haunt your ministry wherever you go, man. It just is. The violent way you attack, it was horrible. And for you all to see the longer video, he actually kicked her while she was down on the ground. And when I saw that, I was like, bruh, I don't know if you're going to come back from this. Like, really, I don't. Now, I also, wanted to say something on this because on the last I get in trouble so much. Before I get to what I really want to say that I'm laughing about, let me give a shout out to Dr. Kenneth Buer for sticking by Linda, and he's a pastor as well, and for being there with her while she went to talk to the judge and to the DA, who, as he said, they continue to apologize over and over again, but nothing is going to change. That's why Linda Nealon is going ahead with the lawsuit against Reverend Keith Lamont Robinson. Now, Dr. Kenneth Brewer did say that he thinks that there is something, wrong with Reverend Keith Lamont, mentally. He did say that. To attack a woman like that. And a lot of you all said the same thing. And it's like, where did all of that anger come from? And many people, it's hard for us to believe that if you could do that to this woman, what's going on at home with your wife? I mean, I just don't think that that's just a one-time incident that this woman got you this upset and you're not, copying that same behavior at home with your wife. Now, that's just my opinion. You all don't have to agree. It's my show. I can say whatever I want on the YouTube show I created, and that's what I plan on doing. But that's just my thought. I just don't think that that's just a one-time incident. And the fact that your wife had to pull you, that was his wife. Y'all know her, First Lady Melody Lachey Hubbard Robinson. That was her grabbing her husband, pulling him down to the ground when he actually, attacked Linda Nealon. So that was some things that I was looking at as I was going over this particular case. Now, what I want to say is this, and I have to say this because I have a big platform, and now I'm finally realizing that. Before even saying that kind of makes me laugh though, but I appreciate over 115,000 subscribers on DawsonDenise, and in 1 month I got 10,000 subscribers on Dawson Speak TV. So I do have a big platform, and I appreciate you all for watching and stuff. But with that comes, accountability. And it comes that I have to, not only am I accountable to Google, but also I have people in my life who watch my videos and they'll tell me, look, hey, and I'm accountable to them. And when they talk, I listen because I know they have my best interest in mind. And one thing I said, because I was trying to make a point on, that when you're in a certain position as a pastor or you have a large following on social media, there's certain things you have to know that people are going to attack you. And if somebody is spreading rumors about you, you just can't go off and start fighting. And I used this when I talked about Reverend Keith Lamont. I said, you have to ascend. You have to take your mind to another level. You have to regulate your mind and go higher. How are you going to take the people high and mentally and consciously when you're down low? And a lot of you all took that as, oh, you right, Dawson, he is down low and all this and his sexuality. I don't know that. And I should have thought about that before I said that, because the pastor is married to his wife, Melody Lachey Hubbard Robertson. So I don't know what, and that part of the video, I take that back, and I apologize for saying that. But what I don't apologize for is everything else I said on the video, which is accurate and it's true. That if you are in positions of leadership and if you do have a following, not only is it about being seen or everybody knowing your name, you have to ask God or pray, meditate, or whatever you believe in for the mindset to lead. You have to, because people are going to come at you at all different angles, because some people will just come at you because you're who you are and you have a following or you're in a certain position and they feel they can say and do anything to you. And you have to take your mind, you have to ascend, you have to go high. It's almost like an airplane. The higher you go, you see the people on the ground, the houses and stuff. If you've all been in a plane, everything begins to look like little ants, and then you don't see them anymore. That's what we have to do with our mindset and our consciousness, especially you all who are called to lead. You got to, because people will come out and attack you and say things against you, and you have to make sure you get yourself in check. So that's what I was trying to say when I said that thing about ascending, and you have to go high. How are you going to take the people high when you're down low? I did not mean anything, and a lot of you all took that and, went off and attacked Reverend Keith Lamont Robinson on that. And Dawson don't know nothing about that. But what I do know is that this man did attack the 68-year-old woman. And I think that the diversion program is not all that he should have gotten. And I also think, and I'm going to say this and I'm done with this video, maybe in 2020, might be 2021, that Reverend Keith Lamont Robinson and his wife, First Lady Melody Lachey Hubbard Robinson, along with Linda Nealon, and maybe Dr. Kenneth Brewer will be with her as well, will sit and talk about this publicly, because this is out. Everyone, so many people have, seen this story. People have blogged about this story. And when people pull your name up, if you continue to want to be a pastor in Memphis or anywhere, Reverend Keith Lamont Robinson, this story is going to come up. And I think when people Google your name, it would be helpful for you, if you want to continue in ministry, to kind of put an end to this situation. And after the lawsuit, after you've, paid the damages and, the pain and suffering to Linda Nealon, to really see if you all could, if she wants to, or maybe you come out and apologize, because you did not apologize to her in your video, to say something about that. Because if you want to continue with ministry, buddy, this will follow you. And I don't know how people are going to feel once they see a video with you doing what you did to Linda Nealon. I don't know how comfortable your parishioners would feel sitting in the congregation knowing that at any moment, if my pastor gets upset, he might attack. So please straighten that out. But I'm done with this topic. You all go off in the comments. Let Dawson know what you think. Say whatever you want to say. Please be respectful. Please, because YouTube will delete your comments. Come on, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, put it in a respectful way so it gets read by the other people. Until next time, it's your guy Dawson. Y'all take care of yourself and each other. Peace.